Hello world, this is Bible Time Capsule. Today's readings for January 7th, 2014. Alright, we are in the first book of the first book of Kings, also otherwise known as the first book of, it's the first book of Samuel, otherwise known as the first book of Kings. That's where we are. Alright, we're in chapter 21 of the first book of Samuel. The first section is titled, Holy Bread of Achimelech. Let's begin then. Chapter 21, the Holy Bread of Achimelech. And David came to Nobi, to Achimelech the priest. And Achimelech was astonished at David's coming. And he said to him, Why art thou alone, and no man with thee? And David said to Achimelech the priest, The king hath commanded me a business, and said, Let no man know the thing for which thou art sent by me, and what manner of commands I have given thee. And I have appointed my servants to such and such a place. Now therefore, if thou have anything at hand, though it were but 5 loaves, give me, or whatsoever thou canst find. And the priest answered David, saying, I have no common bread at hand, but only holy bread. If the young men be clean, especially from women. And at the top it says, Achimelech arms David. That's a section heading. And David answered the priest and said to him, Truly, as to what concerneth women, we have refrained ourselves from yesterday and the day before, when we came out, and the vessels of the young men were holy. Now this way is defiled, but it shall also be sanctified this day in the vessels. The priest therefore gave him hallowed bread, for there was no bread there, but only the loaves of proposition, which had been taken away from before the face of the Lord, that hot loaves might be set up. Now a certain man of servants of Saul was there that day within the tabernacle of the Lord, and his name was Doeg, an Edomite, the chiefest of Saul's herdsmen. And David said to Achimelech, Hast thou here at hand a spear or a sword? For I brought not my own sword nor my own weapons with me, for the king's business required haste. And the priest said, Lo, here is the sword of Goliath the Philistine, whom thou slewest in the valley of the Terebinth, wrapped up in a cloth behind the ephod. If thou wilt take this, take it, for here is no other but this. And David said, There is none like that, give it to me. Next section, David and Achish. And David arose and fled that day from the face of Saul, and came to Achish the king of Gath. And the servants of Achish, when they saw David, said to him, Is not this David the king of the land? Did they not sing to him in their dances, saying, Saul hath slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s? But David laid up these words in his heart, and was exceedingly afraid at the face of Achish the king of Gath. And he changed his countenance before them, and slipped down between their hands, and he stumbled against the doors of the gates, and his spittle ran down upon his beard. And Achish said to his servants, You saw the man was mad. Why have you brought him to me? Have we need of a madman, that you have brought in this fellow to play the madman in my presence? Shall this fellow come into my house? That is the end of chapter 21 of the first book of Samuel, otherwise known as the first book of Kings. This is Bible Time Capsule, and I'm Citizen. Peace. I'm out.